trust me, there's been a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes and I just had to take a little break. Guys, before we start the video, I'm looking for an R32 running gear for this Scirocco. This is a project car. As you can see, there's no engine or gearbox or running gear in the car. I'm looking for an R32 4x4 3.2 engine to put into this car with the running gear. If you've got anything, do let me know. Guys, do you remember this old rust bucket which I purchased last year? Well, in this episode, we're breaking it down. As you can see, there's no engine, and if I even touch this, bomb, yo, I'm gonna need a tetanus shot for working on this car. But first, let me remind you why I bought it. You're gonna see the plan for this build. Remember the old saying, one man's rubbish is another man's treasure. And trust me, this is gonna be, oof. This is my little treasure. And like the thumbnail says, is it fixable? Let me know after watching this. A while ago, I took a punt and bought this absolute rust bucket of a car. It's a classic Mini Cooper, but it's a super rare version. It came with all the paperwork, and if I can make good of this car, I should be able to turn it over for a decent amount of cash. Now, this car was sat for over 15 years and it had tons of rust. In the first episode, we went over the engine, rebuilt the petrol pump, and we managed to get the car to start. In the second episode, it was all about the clutch. Then we had a running and driving classic Mini.
Oh, yeah, man.
However, as you can see, this is an absolute rust bucket. Well, in this video, we're going to be removing the engine, getting it completely stripped and rebuilt, and then we've got tons of work to do. So first up, we need to remove the classic engine so it can go off to the rebuilders. I've got my mate Tom from Specialized Engineering to come in and give me a hand, and he's going to be taking the engine away.
Okay.
Yeah, man. As you can clearly see, we've got a major issue with rust. However, some of the components are still good, like the brake calipers, and maybe we can repair these brake discs. The plan is to retain as many original parts as possible. After all, this is a classic. After removing the engine mounts and the engine wiring loom, we can go ahead and lift the existing engine out of the chassis. And there we have it, one classic Mini Cooper engine removed.
Alright, guys, so the main man, Tom here, has been a busy boy today. We got the Mini engine out. There's a lot of work that I need to do, but first, Tom, what do you think of the engine?
That's a good engine, sweet engine. Glad it's out of this rusty old shell and it's going to go into a nice engine.
Yeah.
Or nice shell.
Nice shell.
We'll take it back to ours, get it all cleaned up,
yeah,
freshen up the gaskets, get it all running spick and span, bring it back.
And you're doing something special with the paint?
We will put it back to its original mini green,
yeah,
as it should be.
Yeah.
Historically correct.
Happy days.
Be good.
Happy days, guys. Tom's going to head back to Specialized Engineering headquarters with the engine. Is in the back of his car right now. I'm going to get started and remove all of these wires, all the components for the brakes, the clutch, etc, etc. And then if I've got a bit of time, I'll move on to the interior and start to clean up all of that as well, because everything is going into... I guess you just have to stay tuned to the end of the video to see exactly what the plan is. But for now, I'm starting by removing the headlights because I need to remove the wiring loom. This is an old classic and it's actually really difficult to remove all of these components. Not to mention, everything is rusted completely solid. So that was the auxiliary fan that I removed. Next up are these old ancient tubes for the air conditioning system. Now I'm just making my way throughout the entire engine bay, removing all the components that I can see, but some of the components are completely perished and will need to be replaced. The good thing here is the entire wiring loom seems to be in one piece. Here is the brake booster that I'm removing. We're going to be refurbishing that, but we're going to be fitting all new engine mounts, the brake fluid reservoir, and a ton of rusted components. Now take a look at this. I'm accustomed to more modern cars, and I'm not going to lie, I was finding this very challenging, so I cleaned everything up and I called in a favor with someone who's in the know when it comes to classic minis.
Wow, steak. Come see this. Anyone for Rust? Yeah. Yeah. Cheerio. So with the help of a mini expert, we were able to remove the entire wiring loom, the dashboard, and completely strip this car of all the important components that we need to continue with this build.
You should be able now.
Ah, look at that.
What? It's rotten, isn't it?
Disgusting. Wiring loom. Look at that, boys. A big pile of shit.
Where's that go?
Alrighty guys, so we went ahead and we stripped out all the components from the Classic, and this is what we're left with. Just more rust. Every step of the way, we just found more and more rust, and it's really not nice. I still need to remove the seats, etc., but for now, we've got what we needed. So we've got all the brake components from over there, all the wiring looms, and as you saw, the engine has been removed. Speaking of which, I got a phone call. It's ready to be picked up. Well, actually, it's actually been picked up ages ago. I'm gonna show you how we got on with that. But I wanna show you the plan. So with all of this rust, we're not gonna be wasting any more time with this shell, but we've got all the components, and that's because everything is gonna be going into this bad boy. Have a look at this. Went ahead and picked up this shell. It's a light for light shell, but this one has actually got a sunroof up there, and that is just gonna be, I've just got a vision of, imagine, black on black. We've got some special headlights to be fitted. I've got some special Cooper limited edition alloys. I'm probably gonna have them either silver or black. Let me know what you think in the comments. But we're gonna be transforming this into a classic beauty. We're gonna be taking all the components off this limited edition and reshelling it basically. I've got something special for the build at the end. I think I might be giving it away to charity, but you need to follow the build to find out exactly what I'm on about. But for now, let's go see the engine that's been removed from this car, because you're not gonna believe the transformation. So Tom from Specialized Engineering did an amazing job rebuilding this engine. We've got tons of new components, new paint, new oil, new seals, everything. Let's walk around the engine and have Tom tell us exactly what he did. Tom, now man, guys, if you saw this looks like an absolute rust bucket. Tom, what have you done?
Wow, it's all been stripped down, everything cleaned, every nut and bolt.
Nah, it looks brand new.
We managed to keep 95% of the parts.
Yeah.
Everything I could keep, I would keep.
Yeah.
A couple of little bits have had to change. Thermostat was knackered, water pump was knackered, so unfortunately we did have to change them.
Okay.
Other than that, just new gaskets, fresh paint, and a good old clean up. Yeah, you've got all new filters, all new gaskets, engine mounts, no spark
NGK
plugs,
spark plugs, everything. I take it it's all drained.
It's all drained, there's no oil in a minute because the drive shafts are out. You've got the proper millers.
You've got the millers there.
Proper mini oil.
And that's the original mini colour that this engine would have come with from the factory.
Yep.
You actually said that when you cleaned it up.
I thought it was going to be the original green, but it turned out to be the later red that they used on the Rover.
Yes. That's what makes that car special, because it left kind of like a lot of the old school stuff behind, and it was just getting into
the
like
first
the
step
newer.
into the future.
Exactly.
The fuel injection.
Yep.
Yep.
But now, man, I'm very happy. Thank you very much, brother.
It's been brilliant.
You've done a really good job on it. Guys, Specialized Engineering, if you need any of this sort of work done, make sure you come see this guy here, Tom. Is that a new starter motor?
No, that's the original starter motor.
No way!
Yep. That's been stripped down, cleaned, painted.
No.
All original mini stuff, your throttle body is all, that was getting stuck before.
Yes, that's all working.
That's all nice.
Fine.
And when I cleaned it up, I found that was copper underneath, so I thought I'd keep it in a nice
I really like that, yep. But it's time to get this into the Range Rover, and I'm gonna head back. guys, that's it. Complete engine in the box, ready to go.
So guys, you've seen the plan and you've seen a ton of work that we've done thus far on this classic Mini, and this is its new home for all of those components. And have a look at the engine. I can't believe this is the same engine.
So guys, it's literally out with the old, in with the new. And when I say new, I mean new. I've got new radiators, new radiator hoses, all new suspension, and you saw that new engine. Let me know what you think of the engine. My guy Tom from Specialized Engineering done an amazing job. We're gonna be fitting everything onto the new shell, and I'm thinking that once we're done, we're gonna have something really special on our hands, but I want you to tell me what you think. Am I wasting my time? Let me know in the comments down below. But that's what we're gonna do for now. In the next episode, it's gonna be a major one because I'm gonna be fitting all the electronics, trying to get as many of the components in this engine bay, get it prepped for taking that new engine, and then we're gonna move on to the interior. On the interior, I'm gonna be laying new carpets, sound deadening material. There's so much work that's gonna be going into this car. Do you think it's worth it? Let me know. Coming up next, I'm gonna drop a video explaining where I've been for the last few months. Trust me, there's been a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, and I just had to take a little break. But yeah, I'm trying to get back onto it. You guys let me know what you want to see on the channel. I've got a few new builds coming, and I'm looking at an old build there that's been set for way too long. So we're gonna be getting started, jumping back into the swing of things. I've been working, I've just not been making videos because I want my videos to be authentic, and trust me, I wasn't in the kind of headspace to be sitting in front of a camera. Hi guys, it's just gonna be fake, and I want you guys to get the most authentic version of myself and everything I produce here at Salvage Nation. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, press the like button. If you're new here, press the subscribe button. If you're an OG on the channel, I thank you for being patient with me. And like I always say, keep it moving. Trust me, I'm trying to keep it moving, and I'll see you in the next one.